You got the melee monk, the melee bard, and the melee monk. Right, and the melee bard. Sorry, there's 2 bards now. Not
I don't know what Bang is.
she's a bard.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. She ranged? Melee? What?
She did have her hand
This?
She's
an awful
something.
lot.
Anyways, Ben can catch up. So I'm just going to. So as you guys get upstairs, we're gonna start. By the way, as you guys get up the stairs from the thing, you notice that all of the room that you enter into is completely dilapidated, even compared to what it was before you came down. The walls are crumbling, and perhaps most noticeably of all, the door has been replaced with a slashing scythe that goes back and forth. You know, like you see in the cartoon, like movies and stuff.
Yeah, like a pendulum guillotine.
Yeah, essentially a pendulum guillotine. Everything looks run down. The cobwebs have only doubled or tripled their number. A thick layer of dust covers everything. In fact, the place almost looks like it's falling apart.
Can I make a perception check to see if it is actively falling apart?
Sure.
Okay.
You're curious if this is the same houses that you came into before. The only walls that look sturdy are the ones that would go outside. Everything else, all the other walls for the rest of the house, they look like they could be crumpled.
Probably would not be a good idea to start crumbling the walls.
How long will we be down there?
Maybe an hour tops, or maybe 2 hours tops because you guys took a rest.
But I think we might want to hurry out of here.
Let me pull up the rules for the doors and the walls here. Endings, Death House. Did you notice though the window on the south side of the room is completely bricked up?
I think we're going to be funneled one direction.
The band?
Huh?
Nothing.
Are we supposed to be able to see something on the screen?
Oh, I set your dynamic lighting.
We're still in the last area. You didn't move us to the new area.
Oh, that would do it. You guys all see now? It should be the top. So yes, you find yourselves back in the attic room that you guys first met Quillian in. Now.
Okay, so where's the guillotine?
The guillotine's right north of Thor's character, Linkraham, and it's the doorway is a guillotine that swings back and forth. It's a scything blade that slashes back and forth through the door. Okay. To the south, there used to be a window, but it's completely bricked up now.
All right, so how rhythmic is the guillotine? Like, what's the timing between slashes?
You can attempt to make a DC 15 intelligence check to.
You're not supposed to say the difficulty.
Oh yeah, right. Derp. You can make a intelligence check, or you can just try to dive through it, make an acrobatics check, or you can try something else.
Sure, I'll try a smartness check.
Yeah, him do that. How big are the rocks around here?
I
said, how big are the rocks around here?
You can't find anything, Narissa.
Is there any large
I'm gonna
Cross
dive
I can
through.
throw at it.
You guys dive through. Okay, make an acrobatics check. Nope. You take 2d10 slashing damage. So take 10 damage.
Is there like a mechanism or something?
There's no mechanism that you can see.
Stagger back, look at the slash on my chest plate.
But
Shake
you are
my
through once you make the dexterity check.
Oh, okay. All right. It's quite dangerous.
Yeah, it's probably gonna take out anyone who's not at full health.
Yeah, I want to throw large rocks at it.
No, they don't do anything.
I forget what
Can I examine the? You know what? I will make an intelligence check.
You don't notice anything. You can't really tell the pattern.
It appears to be random.
Well,
I'm thinking, okay?
I'm going to slay a little more hints on here.
I'm gonna look at the,
The
wall.
the wall looks like it could be easily broken down.
Oh.
Next to it. Yeah.
It's like my crowbar and try and break down the wall.
So roll to attack the wall.
What do I roll? Just a sword?
Yeah.
Should have let us fumble with that for another 20 minutes.
Yeah, I know. Right.
Dyer's just in the corner doing the Peter Griffin.
You hit? Congratulations, you hit the wall. Roll the damage. Alright, you smashed the wall down, but pouring out of the wall, the swarm of rats. Oh, everybody roll initiative. Sorry, let me clear the initiative. I guess you guys are just going to re-roll.
It was
Looked clear to me.
That wasn't clear for me. Oh well. I'll roll for Eggy.
Ooh, it looks like it's gonna be the opposite of last game. This game.
How do you mean?
We're about to
Oh,
die.
I was just doing very well last game in terms of rolling and.
Oh, wait,
You win
right,
some, you lose some.
it was Eggy that was missing all the crossbow shots last time.
What are these card things?
Oh, that's for later. That's Taraka stuff.
I think you already did all that.
Yeah, I already know where all the treasures are.
It's not gonna let us draw our cards.
Well, you're gonna draw the card. You're gonna draw the cards, and that's how you're gonna learn where everything is.
Back to death.
I'm just having issues.
There's two swarms of rats.
Hey, for that dueling thing, I just added 2 to that, like where it says damage. 1d8 plus strength, and I just added 2. Is that right, or?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, Quillian, you see a bunch of rats start pouring out of the wall, and you're the first to react. What would you like to do? It's right beside. They're right beside you.
Okay, I'm gonna draw my shield and it's not really unsheathing, but I'm gonna deploy my short sword.
Pops out of your wrist like some Assassin's Creed bullshit.
Hell yeah! Gonna stab one or two or whatever.
All right, roll to hit. Oh, okay. Now roll the damage. All right. You make an arcing swing through the swarm of rats, and you catch quite a few of them in the blow. More than a few half of a rats fall to the floor.
bisected.
All right. Next in the initiative order is Aggie. It sounds
This is
like
a
she
really
just-
weird initiative order. This
Yeah.
is way different than the one I see.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah,
Why-
like
how did-
way
Yeah.
different.
How did Aggie get 20? She should be 16 on my screen. 21.
Aggie has 10 for me.
That was a misroll. That was a misroll on my part. Why is it not showing you guys when I edit it? All right, it's Shaded's turn next.
Sure shaded with an 8 for me.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I rolled.
You're. Oh, I'm just gonna go with what I have on my screen here. Screw you, Shaded. You're
Okay.
next.
Uh, I'm a little wounded, so I'm just gonna hang back and vicious mockery of the rats.
All right, they have to make a DC
Pause.
13 Wisdom
Oh.
saving throw. All right, they fail, so they have disadvantage when they attack. All right, next on my screen is Eggy now, and so I'll roll for Eggy. Or Bang, are you there?
Yeah.
Do you have your character sheet open?
Yeah.
Do you want to pick what you do then? Just let me move the thing so you know where the rats are. Ooh, no. Okay, apparently it won't let me just pick the. I'm just gonna adjust it a little bit here. Here, that's the best you're gonna get.
I don't think that's any spells. So, can I just not do anything my turn? Just sit here, live my life.
I mean, you could in theory do that. You might as well do something.
I don't know, man. They're rats. I'm pretty sure they're as big as me.
Why don't
Still
you
have your
shoot them
crossbow.
then?
Because if I shoot them, then they're gonna come attack me, and I have 5 health.
So is everybody else in the party. You should probably shoot them.
Well, how about this? I'll ready my hand crossbow because they are not in my line of sight.
They should.
You can see them from where you are, even if you can't really see them on the map. The way the thing set up, pretty much the wall just north of Linkerham. They've been knocked out. The wall's been knocked down, so you should be able. Well, I mean, it's weird, but you can see the rats swarming over there.
Yeah, the rats came out because Thor's character knocked down that wall. So we can see the rats on the other side of it.
Fucking Thor.
It's better than the alternative, which was the door is now a scything guillotine that goes back and forth.
It hurts.
Okay, I guess I'll shoot them with my hand crossbow. Or light
Alright.
crossbow.
Go ahead and roll it. You hit the light crossbow button. Oh, and all right, you shoot a rat, and it gets pinned to the wall from a crossbow bolt. All right, it's now Linkerham's turn.
Thor's power went out.
Now, I'll just do his turn for him real quick then. Right, Thor's is going to swing its longsword. He hits. He cuts another couple of rats in half. Dyer, your turn.
Oh, okay. I don't have this listed as an attack in my sheet, but I'll use the heavy crossbow. So that I don't have proficiency, but I think it would still be +4 from my dex. And remembering to set it to GM rolls because
It's automatic.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm just gonna pick my kid up.
ah, God, sounds like they need it. Sorry.
You got the heavy crossbow from downstairs, right? It's not on your character sheet.
Yeah. It's not in the attack section. It's listed in my inventory though. So yeah. That +4.
You hit. That's 1d10 plus 4 damage. Whoa. There's only a few rats left, but it's the rat's turn. Rats are going to try to bite Quillian. He did the most damage to them. And they miss. Alright. That is it for them. It is now Quillian's turn again. We'll give him a second. Actually, I'll just for the sake of time, I'll just roll for him.
Okay, I think I'm back.
Okay, Quillian's gonna roll a sword. He hits. There's one sad rat left all by itself, and it's Shaded's turn.
Okay.
What would you like to do, Narissa?
I'll just use my shorts.
Alright. And how would you like to finish the last rat?
I'll just skewer it. Then just start heading out.
So the rat is skewered. It's stuck on your sword as you. I'm gonna move you guys through the door there into the next room. All right. So the spare bedroom to the north of Quillian there is also has a scything guillotine. The children's old room, scything guillotine. The doors to the south and to the east are also have scything guillotines in them instead of doors now.
Oh,
Well, we already know how to solve this problem.
I was gonna say if we look through the door, even like past the guillotines, can we see anything different about the dollhouse that represents the house?
This doesn't you can't really tell from through the door there. It just looks like the outside of the house for the most part. Maybe a little bit more dilapidated. Though you do notice as you pass through the hole in the wall, it looks like the bits and pieces are slowly moving to reform the wall.
That right door was the way out, right?
That door that I just pinged is the way out, yes.
The walls also look dilapidated here, huh?
Everything but the ones that go outside.
Are the windows in the kids' room? Oh wait, there weren't windows in there, were there?
Nope, there's no window there, but the window to the north of the door that goes downstairs, that is also bricked up.
Okay.
Well,
Would you like to do?
looks like do the obvious thing and just keep trying breaking down the walls until it's as long as these guillotines are in the way.
Guillotine, can you blink it again? Or show?
So what?
Yeah.
All the ones that look like that are thicker than normal walls or that are doors, those are all scything guillotines now. They just
Going into all our guillotines.
all the doors are guillotines. So on like TV shows like the swinging pendulum blades.
Yeah.
It's just that you're just swinging back and forth, going swing, 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 nonstop.
How tall are the doorways?
About tall as a normal, maybe a little bit taller than a normal human.
Could we smash the top of the guillotine? Like how does that part look? Like the brick and whatnot?
That all of the parts around the guillotine look super sturdy. It's like the only other than like the outside walls, they all look. The guillotines look very well protected, but the rest of the walls in the house, for the interior walls, are all very brittle and rotted looking.
Do they seem to be synchronized?
They're not synchronized. Well, you can't really tell.
Well, I mean, if our options are pretty limited, we might as well just try and smash the wall down again.
Yeah.
Alright, you know what? I'm not, because between me and you guys, the walls are AC 5 and have 5 hit points, so I'm not going to even bother making you roll for the walls.
I can fail it.
Alright, do your worst, literally. Alright. Way to waste that roll, Nerissa.
I just smash this way.
Oh, you don't want to go.
Oh.
Well, Nerissa already rolled, and you guys are gonna have to roll initiative again because more rats just popped out.
Yeah, rats.
Hooray! This time maybe we can get a real initiative.
Bang! Make sure you click your token before you hit the roll initiative button. Set you to what you rolled the first time.
Wow, that's the worst possible roll.
Bang, could you roll your initiative again? I'll set you to fix it. I shouldn't have closed the Swarm of Rats page. That was silly of me.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you do, you're gonna have to make a bunch of more.
Yeah. Rats.
Alright, let me organize the turns. Alright, this time, Eggy's the first one to react to the rats pouring out of the wall. The hole in the wall, I should say. What would you like to do, Eggy? Sit quietly, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Bang.
I forgot I have to hit push to talk. My bad. So they're in front of Nerissa's character, right?
Yep.
I'll ready my hand crossbow and smack them.
Smack him with it. The crossbow bolt hits. Roll the damage.
See, expect the bolt, but not the crossbow.
Two rats get knocked out of the swarm as your bolt flies in. Dire.
Okay, well, I'll leave room for Thor's and
Kung Fu fight.
Kung Fu Rat Smash.
It's a hit.
Exploding rat palm.
Alright.
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
the other? You punch a bunch of rats, and now rat blood and innards cover your fists. Super gross. It smells really
it goes
bad.
well with the Grick and the Shambling Mount.
That's true. You've not had a chance to wash your hands. Gross.
His hands are covered in victory.
That's one word for it.
Diseases and victory.
Diseased victory.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
come over and I'm gonna sneer at Divya's gross hands because I don't want him to touch me.
You hit. A few more rats fly bisected out of the into their walls. Now your sword's covered in guts.
I just
Still
swing it
gross.
harder to make it go off. Splatter it all over.
Jaded,
Bang or
what would you
Divya.
like to do?
Stab some rats.
You hit. Ooh. You swing, and a large group of rats falls out of the group, leaving only a very few left.
We'll stab some rats again.
Stab them again.
Just whatever, -4.
-4 damage or -4?
Yeah.
And you manage to catch another rat with the backswing of your second sword.
I don't have 2-weapon fighting yet. And that's it.
Now the rats, the few rats that are remaining, are going to swarm over Shaded. Ah.
Well, you're critical.
Is it really a swarm when there's only like 2?
Well, I'm down to 1 hit point.
Don't you know a cornered rat will bite a cat?
Like pottery.
It's actually a
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
painful bite, considering.
Probably should not take points after this.
Like that bite would have almost killed Aggie.
Alright, and now Quillian, slow on the draw. It's his turn. The rats are lipping at Shaded's heels. And there is... You don't know if you can make that shot, but maybe you'll try.
I'm gonna try.
What's the worst thing that could happen?
You quick draw your crossbow pistol and snipe how many rats? You actually manage to shoot that one crossbow bolt somehow manages to ping pong and pierce the few remaining rats.
And spin it and holster it.
Rat kebab.
You guys are now going downstairs.
I do collect any hand crossbow bolts that have been expunged, including Aggie's.
That's rude. That's okay. I have a lot.
Right, now you guys are going down into... I'm going to have a hard time fitting you all in there, so you're going to be stacked up a bit. You guys are now in this room on... Actually, that's not... Actually, you know what? I'm not going to count the secret doorway as a doorway, because it's part of the wall. Because it's not one of the thick things. So you know what? You guys can just walk out into here free of charge. So you guys are now on the 3rd floor. You want to keep going downstairs?
What is the... Can we see what the balcony door looks like from over here?
If you guys kind of peer through the slashing door in front of Eggy, you can see the other doors there are also slashing doors.
But we could get to the balcony.
If you want to try falling from the 3rd floor of a building, sure.
I mean, I have, like, rope, a grappling hook. Also, can just climb down walls.
Just give me 1 second. I want to look to see if that's...
Out of character, Cody doesn't think that the house is gonna let us just climb out the window.
I also have rope.
They should have made it a bricked up wall.
It'll be worse. We'll go through the glass, we'll climb down, and then we'll be back in the fucking ritual chamber with the shambling mound alive again. Or at least that's what I would do if I was jamming.
I'm just seeing what other people have done. Real quick. I didn't think about that. Alright. You know what? I will let you guys... You guys could try to escape through the balcony if you wanted.
Yeah. We'd actually have to go through one of those guillotine doors if we wanted to get out that way anyway.
You can't
We'll
smash
have
the
to try
wall.
There is nope, because the walls go outside. You would have to go through a one guillotine door. They're not
We
counting.
should probably just go downstairs. It was just, it was just a suggestion.
Great. You guys go down to the second floor, but as you're climbing down the stairs, I'm gonna pull you down the second floor. Just a sec. You notice a thick smog on the first floor there, and it does not look like a healthy thick smog.
Get ready to attack.
Is it like my height? This is so.
It's covering the staircase going to the first floor there. And I'm gonna leave initiative on. I'm gonna reset the order here.
Oh.
There's nothing.
Oh.
There's nothing aggressive though.
Yeah.
There's some kind of check we can see what that smog is.
These statues sure don't look intimidating.
Yeah, I was about to say these statues can be
I,
pretty good.
I take it back. You guys noticed the thick smog when you're going on the staircase down from the second floor to the third floor, or the other way, whatever. Because I just noticed that there's a fireplace right there. Do you want to come down into the poisons? I mean, the thick smog.
Sure.
Like I said, is it taller than?
I mean, I'm immune to poison, so yeah.
What's
Go
the
grab
ba-
one of those statues and let's throw it in this guillotine.
What's the bathroom door look like?
I don't like the perspective line of sight in this. It's all black and annoying.
Just you guys did clear out the secret doors here, so you guys can go through into the bedroom to the south there, where the balcony is, without going through a door.
Oh.
You'd only have to cross one set of guillotine doors if you wanted to go outside.
Well,
Should we rest in that bedroom and then try it?
yeah, let's not rest right now in this house.
Well, I mean, we're all gonna die in one hit, so.
Sure, we can't go downstairs. At least I can't go downstairs because I can't make any kind of damage roll at all.
I can't, yeah, I won't survive poison.
I can scout it.
Like, okay,
Quillian, you want to go scouting?
Yeah, I'll go scout it.
unless you can get rid of the poison, it's not gonna do us much good.
All right, Quillian, you go down on the second floor and you see that the fireplace is emitting a thick, disgusting, awful smog.
Okay, is it like a fire or something?
No fire, it's just straight, poisonous-looking smog coming out of the fireplace.
I want to see if I can figure out what's causing the poison.
Scroll up 1 second.
You know, I realize I could have just gone down there with you because I don't need to breathe.
Also can barely see anything inside of this room. So you want to look at the fireplace there?
Yeah, I'm gonna examine everything to see if there's any levers or anything.
Perception check. You can't see anything, and there doesn't even appear to be a fireplace shutter or anything that would be allow you to close the fireplace.
Actually, could I just take 10? See if I can find anything obvious.
If you want to take your time to look around, sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's no rush as far as I'm concerned.
You take time to look around, and you still don't find anything.
Okay. Are you shouting back to us, Raven?
Nope.
Okay.
That's what
I'll
he's
respond.
doing.
I'll respond if shouted to, but I'm not actively reporting back.
Okay, I was gonna say if you know your character Carnelian, what? No, not Carnelian. What was it?
Cool, yeah.
Quillian. Like, if he was shouting back to us, I've got like a winter blanket you could stuff up the fireplace chute.
Doesn't the from what you could tell when you're peering into the fireplace, it appears like the smoke is coming from nowhere.
So yeah, it's magical in nature, obviously.
While they're doing that, I'll keep trying to figure out the guillotines.
Oh, also, were there guillotines in the bathroom door?
Tell you what, if you
I'll
guys
help them.
to be not a dick, because this part's kind of dickish. If you guys are examining the guillotines, I'll give you advantage on the rolls for trying to dodge through them. But there's even looking closely, there's no way to stop them.
Is still that tiny crawl
Okay.
in the bedroom? The
Is
one
it
with
is it like an acrobatics roll or something?
It is an acrobatics roll.
I have an idea.
There's no way to stop
Hey.
them, and there's no way to jam them up.
Mag, have you used any of your bardic inspirations?
I've used it once or twice.
Oh, yeah, she used it on me when we were fighting the ghost.
Okay, so we'd be short one for everybody. So I was thinking just use the bardic inspirations to get out to the balcony.
So I'm going to assume all of you are going to take the time to study the blades, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have anything else to do up here.
I mean, I kind of already did before I got hit with one.
It didn't really make the. Okay, anyways. So there is poison coming out of the northern room and the southern room on level 3.
Well, okay. Well, I guess we just die here then.
God, if only we had someone here that could use that scroll of cure poison.
Well, I didn't think about it before. Take that.
Okay, so, like, were we going for the balcony still?
I mean, if we have to go through poison either way, it's just there's some of us that aren't going to survive.
So you guys are, if you guys are going to start moving, you're going to
No.
start taking turns initiative wise.
Like, there's nothing we can do.
It's like we might have to carry you through the poison, but it's just like for
It's
now
a
we
test
can.
for the poison. It's not like automatic failure.
Yeah.
Okay, so while you guys are thinking about what you're going to do there, what are you doing, Quillian?
I'm gonna. Well, once I'm satisfied that there's no obvious solution or nothing I can figure out, I'll go back upstairs.
You know,
Okay.
I will solve this mystery. I would like to breathe in like a huge of the poison stuff to confirm.
All right. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
It's like lemmings.
1 second. My character sheet? Okay, there we go.
I was also going to suggest if we make a break through the guillotines, it's just like we could use the help action on each other when we make our checks.
Eggy, you seem fine.
I'm fine, guys. Let's just do it.
Yeah, sure, why not?
So you
I
guys,
gotta be right back real quick.
assuming you're not going to go through that bladed door right there, you're going to go through the secret passage ones where there's no guillotine blades, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So starting with Aggie.
So wait, where can you show me? Like I don't know, or is it this room down here below us?
In order to have breathed in, Aggie, you would have had to move 5, 10. So you'd have to be in this room right now, 15. You want to try to move outside through the guillotine doors?
Who, me?
Yeah. You're first. Nobody else can move right now. Doors go back.
Oh.
It's an initiative.
Yeah, fuck you, Thor.
I couldn't see the doors. Yeah.
How fast is a guillotine blade? And are there two because there's like two doors on the balcony?
Well, like I said, you guys are going to get advantage. While Quillian was looking around downstairs, you guys were all examining them. So if you want to try to go through the door there outside, that leads outside, you could do that.
What's all going on?
Do you want to try to go through those doors, Aggie?
I will be the guinea pig. My sacrifice will not be in vain.
All right, 25 or 20, 25. Roll acrobatics check.
We should throw the bed into it.
Okay, Aggie got hit by one of the blades as she was jumping through,
And she's dead.
Charm?
and now she's laying unconscious outside of the.
You did it.
You're outside of the. You're on the balcony, unconscious. Outside, at least. Though of note is that the poison doesn't seem to be outside. Even though the door is going through the door, as soon as it goes out the door, it seems to just dissipate. Dyer, your turn. Dibia?
Yeah, I was moving my token.
Oh, it's not moving on my screen.
Well,
Oh, I
good
wasn't
thing we
moving it
didn't get
one
those
square at a
bardic
time.
inspirations before she jumped.
Oh yeah, shaded. Can I get one of those?
Nope.
That's
It's not my turn.
You guys are in initiative, so you're still.
Do we just wait and just skip to his turn so he can just do it?
You could do that.
Let's just do that.
Yeah, I'll hold my movement.
Unless you don't want to wait.
No, I'll hold my movement.
So you're doing the same. Link. Well, who are you going to give it to? The other person doesn't have to hold because you only do one bonus action, right?
Yeah, I'll skip to Dibby.
So that means Thor's. You go next.
Just wait for the next
I'll
turn.
make my Constitution save.
I mean, it's not like it's actual, I'll just wait what would it be, like 30 seconds or whatever before you can cast it again?
You seem to be fine.
It shouldn't actually take that long, and, I mean...
Then I gotta make my acrobatics save.
And you have advantage, so you nimbly manage to dodge through the scything blades. You're outside, Mr. Downer.
Yeah.
While you're out there, do you want to try to help Aggie wake up?
Yeah, sure, why not? Worst I could do is kill her.
Make a medicine check. Well, you don't do anything worse to her, but she doesn't wake up. All right, Quillian, it's your turn.
All right, here we go.
You guys, 5, 10, 15. You're immune to the poison, so you don't have to take a test. Goddamn robot. And you manage to make it outside. Onto the balcony. Eggy, make a death saving throw. Oh, you're one tick closer to death. I didn't even think about you guys going out the balcony. Jesus.
She looks like she's in bad shape. Shall I put her out of her misery?
Damn.
Prefer not.
Dyer, it's your turn. So what's the thing that makes it so you don't have to breathe? You can hold your breath indefinitely.
Water
Oh.
genasi? Air genasi?
Yeah, he's Aaron Janowski.
Well, you know, I feel really stupid for not fully reading it, but you guys didn't need to take those Constitution tests. So just walk to the sliding door and start your turn in the smoke.
Okay. Well then,
Jump through, fool!
yeah, I was maximizing my character sheet again.
Well, there's also only room for 4 of us out here.
I will
I'll
jump
let you
on
guys all
top of
squeeze out.
Eggy.
Just stand on her, yeah.
Hey, get up for a second. Could I roll real quick or whatever you need me to do?
Yeah, roll the acrobatics check.
Okay, I'm gonna die. Yeah.
You have advantage, so you pass.
Yeah.
Alright, you're all squeezed out there. Eggy's laying on the ground. I'm assuming with all of you helping and managing to poke and prod her, you help her.
No, I'm not helping.
Lady's just gonna stand there. and
I'm gonna be a
mock-
sentry. I'm gonna watch for outside threats.
Make a perception check.
I'm not a first aid robot, damn it.
Make a perception check.
Oh, 1 sec.
As you're standing guard and they're all fussing over Eggy, you do faintly hear what sounds like the flapping of wings.
Threats incoming. Aerial
Right.
threats incoming.
That's what we need right now.
Alright, you guys want to attach the grappling hook and the rope to the balcony?
What does the
get-
balcony look like?
Anyone get her up? Should I do it?
Like does it look dilapidated too?
It looks a little bit dilapidated, but it looks like when you're all standing on the balcony and and it looks like and it's holding your weight just fine.
Well, I'll just have to attach it as securely as I can.
Manage to get the grappling hook secure and you drop the rope down the side of the building.
I'll wait till last because I don't really need the grappling hook and I can just retrieve it on the way down.
Alright, I'm gonna assume you all take your time to carefully climb down, right?
Yup.
I think you need to make a dexterity check or anything for that, for just climbing up
No.
and down.
No, ropes are auto pass, yeah. Unless there's circumstances like harsh winds or, falling objects, stuff like that.
Alright, well, since I didn't think of the balcony, I thought this was going to take longer, but you guys have managed to escape the death house. You're all on the
Hooray!
first floor.
How do the people writing the module not think of that?
They didn't literally did not write anything about the balcony. I was
They
like,
assumed you would be dead by now.
To be fair, they probably did assume you'd be dead.
I'll be right back, but I can still hear you.
You almost, as you guys touch the grass outside the house, you almost feel like an angry feeling coming directly from the house. The guillotine on the front door there magically disappears as the last person's foot touches the ground, and it reappears as a door. However, it's boarded up. The windows are still bricked up, and the house looks extremely run down, like it aged 100 years in the few minutes since you exited it. You all take a collective sigh of relief as your quite grievous wounds affect you. And however, this experience, as traumatizing it was, you feel more experienced, and you now all go up to the 3rd level.
Hooray!
I did it.
I did it.
Just make everybody change your experience to 900. That's the 3rd level, right? 900 experience. You do notice around the house and around the building there that the all of the mist that chased you inside the building is completely gone, and you see the town before you. I'm going to pull that over to that map. Ooh, damn. It's a good roll.
Who's rolling what?
He was rolling his hit points. He's using the character mansion to level up.
Oh.
I'm assuming. All right, as I mentioned when we first started on last week. This is only the second week. Damn, you guys flew through the house compared to our old ones. Anyways, we unlike before when you came in and all the windows were boarded and the doors locked, the town seems almost, if not drab and dull, it seems alive compared to where you guys came out of. Quillian, you can still hear the flapping, and with the roll you got, you see some bat wings in the distance as they seem to be flying away.
Hmm. I won't say anything.
I pull out the deed and look at it and like, man, this is a real fixer-upper.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, and like I said before, guys, the Aggie is going to represent the party when it's sticking together on the screen here. So this is because I don't want to have like a bunch of characters running around the bigger maps.
How much XP was it for level 3?
900. So you guys, what?
What's the multi-class feature when you go through the level up thing?
You can level up in a class other than the class you started in if you meet the prerequisites.
I'm gonna guess no for me. Okay.
Might want to. I don't know if you've looked anything up for bards, but you might want to. I haven't looked up what the different colleges are, so you might want to look that up. See what appeals to you, or you just go off based off their name. Just don't pick anything that has EK in brackets beside it. Pick the PHP ones, just because the essentials kit is a little bit more trimmed down. Oh, she's gonna pick College of Glamour for sure.
I have no idea which one I picked. Probably that one because there was 2 colleges of valor and 2 colleges of lore. Like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yes, you did pick College Glamour. I feel like that sounded about right for Eggy.
Big Pimp Eggy, yeah.
Yeah, with all of her big, thick golden rings. You guys can all see the map of the village, right?
I cannot.
No.
No.
Did I not drag it over? Yeah, I'm retarded. Okay.
But Roll20 is intensely lagging for me right now.
I can see it.
Right, the street lines out before you as you guys emerge from where Iggy is. The mists have completely disappeared, like they never even existed, as the humans that walk by you give you strange looks. Some of them rush their children away. Others just stare for a moment before slowly continuing on their way. Almost everybody you see is dressed in dark, drab clothing, with the occasional person having a little bit more color to them. For the most part, though, they seem to be keeping their distance.
Do I take off my death save failure, by the way?
Yeah, you can take that off.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Still picking spells.
As you look around, I'm just going to continue the RP while you guys are doing that. As you look around, you do see a sign that points towards a tavern, another that points towards the church, another, and in the same direction as the sign pointing towards the tavern also indicates the mayor's manor and the way out of the village.
Wasn't there like no one here before?
Yep, before when you came into the village, there was nothing. Everything looked like it was boarded up and everybody was hiding inside. But now it looks like almost a completely different world. Completely different village. Well, in terms of how alive it is. The buildings look the same, but
A whole new world.
brand new place.
Fantastic point of view.
You guys leveling up your characters, or are you going to wait till after? I mean, some of you are leveling up. I can see
I'm
yours.
already done.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh,
Done.
I guess if you didn't roll, you just took the average, which is fair.
Yeah, I did. I think it's 5 out of 8. That's pretty good.
Boy, do I ever have hit points.
Yeah, you do.
I've learned my lesson about rolling. Just take the average.
Coward!
No, to be fair, you rolled pretty well when you were escaping there, Narissa.
No, I'm just saying hit points. I've done my roll 1 on 2 levels in a row.
Oh yeah, right.
Like-
True. That's
Oh
true.
god,
Sky.
can I pick yours or what the hell?
All right, I'll roll one for the other ones.
does
But they
that
rolled
even
really
work?
well. What's the roll for paladins? D10.
D10.
D4. 4.
Monopoly one.
So do you want to take my roll?
Yep.
I rolled a 0. Ha ha ha. No, I rolled a 6. Add your
Oh,
Constitution modifier to it. You know, it'll do that by itself. Just use the 6.
Looks like it reset my health and everything. I'll have to set it back down.
Sorry, just marking.
Yep.
So it didn't make a shortcut for precision attack. I need to remember that that is a thing.
Got my blade flourish now.
I could now Hadoken spam.
Yeah, you've got your pea shooter.
Yes, but it's a radiant damage pea shooter.
Defying your limits.
Now I am Geese Howard. Double Ray Pukin!
Alrighty. Well,
What, if anything, would you guys like to do?
Tavern seems like the best option right now.
I
We just
mean,
got our asses
Rest
beat.
heal.
we'll probably have to do some fast talking if we want to actually even get in through the door.
Come on, I look vaguely human.
You could drape some cloaks over me and I could be a dwarf. Or a very large human. Broad human.
And come
I
on,
have a disguise kit.
we don't know that they're racist here yet.
Well, except for the fact that they're a little backing away from us all.
Well, I mean, presumably we did just walk out of a long abandoned house without being seen coming into town.
Yeah, that's going to help, actually. Just makes us way less suspicious.
Like, Dyer would just assume that's why.
All right, you guys are gonna head towards the inn.
Yeah, might as well get it over with.
So as you guys approach the tavern, a shaft of light emerges from the door into the main square as you enter, ignoring the stares of the people as you continue walking. It's the brightness coming out of the tavern looks like a solid pillar of light in the heavy fog. Above the gaping doorway, a sign hangs precariously askew, proclaiming this to be the Blood on the Vine Tavern. You like to go in?
Hopefully they're not a bunch of winos.
All right.
Yeah,
What's a
sure.
wino?
Why not?
I'll just quietly follow everyone else.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out my oath.
You guys walk inside the tavern, and there's only a few people inside, but they all turn to look at you. In the corner, three women sit together talking. When you came in, they were talking. Now they're not, as they watch you closely. Behind the barkeep sits cleaning a glass, and in the back corner of the room, sipping on his wine as he watches you, is a more brightly dressed man.
Sorry, I missed that last part.
So, as in the back corner of the room, there's a brightly dressed man drinking or sipping on his wine as he watches you from the opposite side of the room.
Isn't that the asshole who dropped us off in this town?
He does not look like the asshole who dropped you off in this town.
I'm gonna go change the baby, but essentially I'm just gonna be quiet and I'll just follow people around.
Guy that dropped us off was like wearing a sash and a bandana and shit.
But he was also colorful.
The way
Yeah,
the man that dropped you off is similar to how the women in the corner are dressed.
Well, whatever, man, okay? I'm really hungry because all of those potatoes and onions tasted like shit, so can I just talk to the innkeeper and get a meal?
I think. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, Dyer just wants a room to go wash off because he thinks he's punched enough.
Yeah, let's try and
So you're gonna approach the
try to think
barkeep.
how I'll approach this here.
Yes, I want to approach the barkeep.
The barkeep dully stares down at you as he quietly continues to clean the glasses he's working at.
Listen, sir, I don't like it when people make fun of my height. Can I just get a full chicken and some potatoes to eat, please?
He continues to stare and he says, "Glass of wine, 1 copper. Pitcher of wine, 1 silver."
Is wine all you have?
Yep.
This is a travesty. Inn should have food.
Want a drink?
Fine, I guess I'll get the 1 cup of wine for the copper.
Hey, CT, do you remember what my health was before I leveled up? Wasn't it over 20, or am I crazy?
I do not remember. All right, he pours you a glass of wine, bang, and then he just returns the cleaning glasses.
Well, it looks not like the best wine I've ever had, but I guess I'm just gonna drink this whole thing in one go.
Does he seem to be acting kind of oddly, or is he just being sullen?
I just don't think he likes visitors.
He appears just to be, well, kind of slow actually.
Are all the people in the bar still looking at us?
Anyway,
The three women
I
near the
will.
door, they've gone back to their own conversation or talking. The brightly dressed man is still watching you.
Okay.
I suppose I
After
would
I
ask.
gulp,
Go ahead.
after I gulp my whole cup of wine, I'm gonna walk over to that colorfully dressed dude and say, "What are you staring at?"
He gives you a small smile and says, "I've just never seen anybody like any of you. We only have People, humans around here. He kind of has his smile turns a little bit embarrassed as his little slip of the tongue there, and he's like, "My name's Ismark Kolyanovich. Most people just call me Ismark the Lesser."
The lesser? How come?
He his smile turns a little sour and says, my father. He's the Burgermeister around here, and I've lived in the shadow my whole life. That's why they call me the Lesser."
What's a burgomancer?
It's kind of like a sheriff
Think,
type thing.
think of him as the mayor.
Yeah. Kind of a combination law enforcement mayor.
Mm-hmm. Must suck living under your dad's shadow. Why don't you break away and become something different?
He stares at you for a second. Probably the rudest little creature he's ever met in his life. And he slowly replies, "I can't leave. Not until she's safe and he's gone."
I don't appreciate the way you're staring at me, but who's she and who's him?
She is my sister, Irina. He is the monster that haunts this town. His his name is Strahd, the ruler of this land. His face hardens as he says this.
What's this Strahd guy like?
He grimaces. He is an absolute monster. He comes every night to our family home. A few times he's managed to get in, and every time my sister's paid for it. They call him a vampire.
Phrasing?
I'm going to kill him, Ismark says as a stern look passing over his face. That's all that matters. Is killing Strahd and making sure my sister is safe. He looks all of you over for a minute as like, maybe you could help me.
I don't know. I mean, is your sister a vampire? If he keeps biting her, I mean, is that what they're doing in there?
No, she's not. She's human.
What if this is a budding romance?
She's locked herself away in the house and doesn't let anybody in other than me or somebody with me now.
It's a noble endeavor, but I'm not really sure what we can do to help.
You can help me move my sister. There's another town further from here. It's well protected, barricaded.
How do we know the Strahd guy won't follow her?
It's a bit of a risk, I know, he says. As he shifts his eyes around the room, but it's the only chance she has, unless she's just going to live her life in fear inside of our father's mansion.
Oh,
I'm going to take a guess that your father does not approve of this course of action.
He kind of looks down. My father, the constant nightly assaults didn't work for him. We haven't even been able to move his body out of the mansion. We've just
Wait, so your dad's dead in the mansion?
Yeah, his heart gave out with all of the nightly attacks.
And you haven't moved him, yet you're here at the inn drinking some shitty wine?
It's all I can do to get out. Try to find help, but he looks around the room. Nobody's willing to.
Well, yeah, 'cause the only other people in this room are a bunch of women.
The women in the corner look over at you with a sharp look, and he's like, "Hey, you better be careful. They own this bar."
I feel like the rest of the party also looks at her weirdly.
I'm just saying, if you would get a lot more business if you sold some food instead of just some wine.
I don't think any of us have ever been able to stop her from speaking her mind.
Okay, how about this? If we help you in your weird endeavor and get you to stop sulking, what do we get for it?
Well, I don't know. I'm not one to leave a desperate man unaided. I'll do
I
what
gotta
I
get
can.
something out of this. I either need a meal or some more bling.
I can definitely get you a meal back at our mansion. And a place to rest, to tend to those, he looks you over, lovely, painful looking wounds.
That would be appreciated.
I just realized he hasn't been here. They haven't been on the visible screen this whole time.
We had a bit of a misadventure getting to this town.
Oh.
Although I
What?
suspect that was a rather cruel joke someone was playing on us.
We all dead yet? No?
No, well, Bang tried her best to piss everybody off in the bar and get you killed, but no, you're still alive.
Wait. What else can a Strahd guy do before we agree to this business?
I mean, I've already agreed for me, so
Well,
you
I
can.
haven't, so
I appreciate your help. Sorry, I didn't get your name.
Just call me Grove. Our people have rather strange names compared to, well, to most other races.
why are you agreeing when we don't know what he's capable of?
Because there's someone in help. There's someone in need of help, and they look desperate. And I'm not going to let that sit. Just not going to let that stand.
Hey, fuck
Not
it,
I'm not that
very
great a person.
I'll
This-
punch a vampire.
Ismark kind of looks down at Iggy. He's like, "So, what have you thought of our humble little land of Barovia so far?"
Could use fewer haunted houses.
He turns, looks at you. You were in the haunted house.
I own it now.
It's kind of an odd story. We didn't even mean to come here, really.
I
Our
lived in it for 20
stagecoach was
years.
hijacked, and we ended up in front of what appeared to be a slightly run down, but fairly well-off house. Some children asked us to save their brother. It's a bit of an adventure. We all almost died, but we managed to get out.
Wait, you're
Correction.
talking.
You all almost died.
You guys came out of the cursed house.
Almost didn't.
Yeah, I've got the deed to it now.
Well, congratulations. You own a haunted house.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a very high property value.
You know what? I'm tired of your sass, Mister whatever your name was.
Ismark.
Ismark.
Peggy, this is the nicest person we've met in this entire town. Please
Listen,
stop
we
trying to
wouldn't
piss
even
him
be
off.
talking to him if I didn't come over here and ask him who he's staring at.
Ismark kind of looks at Grove. She always like this.
Yeah.
I see. This is
When
going
she
to be
isn't
the.
discarding priceless artifacts or attempting to get herself killed.
I'm sure this is going to be the start of a wonderful friendship. If you're willing to help, follow me.
Yeah, I'll just follow
Only
after.
no. Only
Bye,
if he
Eggy.
provides us with a meal.
He already said he
Yeah,
would.
he already said he would.
He didn't say yes, or at least I wasn't paying attention. He was too busy making fun of me.
I don't need to eat.
He didn't make fun of you once.
Listen, I don't need my party members going
Why are you
against
so
me
self-conscious?
Then why
because
are
I'm
you?
small. God, you guys don't even have these problems. You don't even know
You
what
are
it's
very
like to be
small.
this small.
You are tiny, minute even.
Yeah, we follow him.
You know, just chill a bit, Eggy. Everything will be fine.
That's what you said the last time when we entered the haunted house.
Stay here though.
But I'm really hungry. I guess I'll follow him.
Guys, walk down the streets. The look's a little bit less harsh now that you are in the company of Ismark. It seems like everybody in the town knows him, and it puts them a little bit more at ease to see him with you as he walks towards the house. As you approach, the a weary-looking mansion squats behind the rusted iron fence. All of the gate at the front seems twisted and torn. The right half of the gate is cast aside while the left swings lazily in the breeze. The gate squeals as it clangs back and forth, and weeds choke the grounds and press towards the house, almost in a menacing manner.
The mansion.
Rogue's gonna look at the gate. I take it someone let himself in.
Against the walls, the growth has been tramped down to create a path all about the domain. Heavy claw marks have stripped at the walls, and great black marks tell of the fires that have assailed the mansion.
Hey
Not
Josh,
a pain nor yeah.
can I want to fix the hinge so it doesn't squeak.
You know, like squeak some WD 40s.
I literally have Tinker's tools. I think that would count.
All right. Well, as I'm going to continue explaining, not a pane of glass nor a shard of glass ends in any of the windows, and now the gate doesn't squeak anymore. And all the windows are barred with planks, covered with stains and claw marks. And now you're at the front gate with Ismark, with the no longer squeaky gate.
Dangerous wildlife.
Or rather fearsome home invader.
Doesn't look like a nice mansion.
Compared to the rest of the structures, this is a fairly nice mansion.
Are you sure you're not actually keeping the vampire in there?
That would be rather foolish.
He looks at you. If the vampire was inside of the house, why would the outside of the house look like it being assailed?
Yeah.
You never know. I don't trust strangers like Narissa does. Or Grove does.
I
He
There is a
rolls
certain naivety to it.
he looks at you for another second and then looks back towards the house. He says, "Well, come along then. My sister's just waiting inside by the door.
What was your sister's
Alright.
name again?
Her name's Irina."
I'll just follow him along.
All right, you follow him towards the door, and he quickly knocks.
Quick question. We haven't rested or anything, right, since the thing?
Nope.
That's what one of the things that he has offered that we can do at his house.
You hear a voice come from behind the door as Ismark approaches. Who is it? Ismark quickly replies, and Irina, do not worry, it's us. She opens the door, and a smile on her face, and then a curious look passes over her face as she stares at all of you. What
Maybe
you
it'll give her
guys
a quick
see
bow.
is a striking young woman with auburn hair and a bandage on her neck.
That doesn't bode well.
Are you sure she's not a vampire?
She smiles. I'm sure I'm not a vampire.
I don't believe she was asking you.
She looks at the middle tiny person. Trust me, he wouldn't want that, she says with a grimace.
Does he like love you or something? Like, what's going on?
Good thing say.
You're 6 feet tall?
Yeah, Warforged are human size plus.
I thought you were like a dwarf.
I'm just a giant dwarf. I'm gonna say goodnight to my daughter. I'll be right back.
Attack of the giant midget.
I think pretty much everybody is
Well,
is huge except for May.
well, since you're with Ismark, quickly come in. And I'm going to open
Cool.
up.
Follow instructions.
Doing well, you followed instructions. As you guys walk in, Irina quickly closes the door behind you, and she bars it. The interior of the mansion looks much nicer than the outside of the mansion.
Press
But if you
pause.
look a little bit closer, you can see. Oh, pause. If you see,
We don't see. I just see the house and like the outside. Should
there
we
is
see the
no
interior?
There is no interior screen.
Okay, bummer.
Yeah, kind of.
Use
no
your
interior.
imagination, May.
Yeah, he was just saying he was revealing Irina's token.
Noticeable oddities are the boarded up windows and the presences of holy symbols in every room. And through the front door, you see off into a side drawing room is a simple wooden coffin surrounded by wilting flowers and the faint odor of decay coming off the coffin.
Oh, why haven't you guys just burnt him?
That's rather rude.
My father, Irina says, quite cross, is going to be buried with the rest of our family in the church to the north of town. Ismark looks at her. We can't worry about him. We have to get. She cuts her off. No, I'm not going. I know you want to take me away from here, Ismark, but I'm not going anywhere until our father is put to rest.
Priorities.
So
Sometimes pride is important.
So can like the vampires go out in the sun, or what's the situation?
Yeah, what
There's no
son?
sun. I think it's one of the things CT said.
Even if the mist wasn't around the town, it's still very fogged, and if there's sunlight, it's very, very, very filtered.
Okay, so how often does this guy come by and be a
There,
jerk to you?
there isn't really a set time. He comes and goes and breaks, and sometimes, a few times, he's broken twice to be exact. He's broken in.
Okay, we should probably get rest because I have a feeling he'll be coming soon.
Yeah, we're in no condition to put up,
We're gonna bleed
even
all
attempt to
over.
put up a fight against the vampire.
Ismark gives you a small smile. Of course, of course. We'll come up with it. I'll talk to my sister. You guys rest. And we'll get the plan figured out for tomorrow morning. All
In
right.
the meantime, I am stealing one of these holy crosses and wearing it
What?
around my neck.
Excuse me. Okay. You know what? Make a sleight of hand roll.
Okay, hang on. Where's a sleight of hand?
It's under the skills. Down at S.
Just let me roll for them real quick. Let me find their.
Oh. Also, I want to ask if he has any silver weapons or anything that would be useful against the vampire.
You know, in all
She'd
honesty,
better have beaten my passive too.
if one of y'all wants my silvered short sword, you can have it.
What's your passive?
15.
She beat it.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, she beat all of you guys, all the passives there. So you, what are you doing with this cross?
I'm wearing it around my neck as protection.
Are you wearing it visibly around your neck, or are you hiding it under your shirt or something?
Well, how am I supposed to ward off the vampires if it's not visible?
Okay.
How retarded are you is what he's asking.
Yeah, that's basically what he's asking.
Are they really going to take it away from me?
Yes.
You stole
Yes.
from them.
And they might attack you or something.
Or they might kick you out of their house.
Yeah.
Could
That's
blame
fine,
them
then
at
they
that
won't
point.
get my help.
I think Ismark would not be too sad.
You're so antagonistic, man.
I
And
didn't mean to steal it off them. He said the house was littered with
It's their
holy
house!
objects. Yeah, so?
Okay, you know what, CD?
Listen,
I'm going
listen.
to ask while they're doing this. I'm going to be like, "Hey, can they borrow a cross?"
We
While
need
I'm
to keep.
asking about a sword.
Well, the crosses are put up to make sure that none of the possessed wolves, ghouls, or zombies can get in through the windows. It tends to keep them at bay. We found
Okay, I don't take one off the window then.
that's where they all are. Windows and the doors.
Then I'll sleep by the window.
But you know what? I approve
Okay.
of this.
All right, you can sleep by the window.
Okay, and then if
You know
he
what?
has any specialized weapons for these things.
I'm gonna quietly roll it. I don't. Unfortunately, I only have my own personal weapon. I don't have anything else to help fight the vampires with.
It's
Silver is not very common here in Baruvia.
Do they still not like
Okay.
garlic?
Gives you a confused look. What?
Vampires, they don't like garlic, right?
That seems like an rather odd myth.
Hey, Josh.
Yeah.
We have some silver coins. Can I melt them down and use them to coat my bolts?
There's no blacksmith tools around this house, but if you
I
guys
have the
find
tools.
you have like a portable little blacksmith. Like,
I have smith tools and mason tools. They have a fireplace, right? I could probably jury rig something.
I believe it costs 100 gold coins to silvery weapon.
That's mostly for
Or a few
blacksmith
pieces of
purposes.
ammunition.
Or yeah,
But Thor's?
yeah, I do want to borrow that. You're not going to use it.
Yeah, I mean, you or Grove can take the silvered short sword now that I got my radiant fists.
Yeah.
Whichever one of you
I
wants.
use short swords, but okay.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, I get +2 to any one-handed weapon, so it doesn't matter.
Whichever one of you adds
Either
it,
one of
just
us
go
is
ahead
going to
and
be
remove
fucked. You can add it.
Okay.
It's easier since you already have a short sword on your thing. My smites count as magic, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the radiant.
tell you what, Raven. For this try today, like however many, I'll say it takes 5 silver pieces for your first the one attempt you can make after you try to jury rig something and they let you. While you're resting, I guess, since you're a robot. Roll a test. Can you roll like a tool test or whatever? With the attribute of intelligence. I'm gonna say with that 5 silver. It's gonna be 5 silvers per bolt, but you can do up to half your bolts.
All right, swing.
Note that you have 10 silver bolts. That's half your ammo, right?
Yeah. Well, it's 9 now. I've lost 2.
Alright, so everybody can restore themselves to full and get all their spell slots back.
Hooray!
Do I actually have to do anything to do that, or?
Nope, but with the long rest, or maybe you automatically did it when you leveled up, and it just
Why do I have a slot remaining 1 for my spells?
you should have all your slots back now.
It says I still have. Oh, okay.
Fix it for you. I just opened Beck's character sheet. I saw her bonds. Somewhere out there, I have a child who doesn't know me. I'm making the world a better place for him. What?
She has to travel the world to be a Karen.
Hey, no,
You
no,
know,
I,
I'll
get,
bring that
I think I
up.
get
That
it.
could be
Those
relevant
actually
at
work
some point.
together.
No, I can assure you, your baby is not going to be relevant at any point.
That's
The-
fucking rude.
No, think about it. Those go
Oh
together.
no, vampire babies.
I have to admit, you've been playing. You have been playing your character traits here very well. I give you that.
The-
That's okay. And before you go to sleep, this is a little RP thing. Ismark does go into his pantry and prepare a modest meal for each of you. Just a basic like
Here's your bread.
Eggs
Bread.
toast.
bread, maybe a few pieces of beef, and a couple of potatoes, like diced cooked potatoes.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. He knew my favorite food was potatoes.
You're welcome. And then he goes back into the other room to talk to his sister. You all wake up, or in the case of Quillian, you
I actually do have to shut down for 4 hours.
after you finish silvering your weapons and you spent quite a bit of your money, you shut down for a few hours, and the rest of you all sleep, wake up, fully healed, all your slots back.
Wait, that was a thing? We could do that? Or he could do that?
He rolled really well, really well with his Tinker's tools, so
How
I
much does
gave
it
it to him.
cost?
This was for a bolt. I said 5 silver coins per bolt. It's going to cost more if you want to do a sword.
Yeah. I mean,
Take a roll, so you can potentially waste it if he rolls poorly on your thing.
Yeah, and also it's like that's what the proficiencies with tools is supposed to be, so you can kind of work around stuff.
yeah, I was gonna give it to you to do it.
I could try.
I mean, seems worth a shot. Or since we're gonna be fighting vampires. It's gonna need something.
Silver is more for werewolves, not vampires, anyway.
Uh,
All right.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I have 10 gold, so I don't know what I would even do.
You'd
I
have
don't
to
any
find a
silver.
way to break it because you're going to actually need the silver
Yeah.
coins. All right, so you guys are wake up and Irene, you come downstairs from the guest rooms that are higher upstairs. Nothing disturbed you guys in the night. It seems like Mark has a small smile on his face. It seems like Strahd learned better than to attack this place. We've managed to fortify the place quite well recently, after all.
True.
Irina doesn't quite look so confident at that, but it's like, or that, or he was distracted with something else yesterday night.
Another woman?
I can only hope.
Still, I think you're right.
Are
Let's not
vampires
be overconfident.
particularly promiscuous? Do they even breed?
Says the robot.
I understand organics require copulation to prolong their species' existence. I'm simply wondering if vampires also need this.
Well, we wouldn't know anything about that. And now Ismark gets a slightly worried look on his face as so last night me and my sister talked, and he's and the only way she's going to leave is if we bury my father.
That sounds like a good idea. Your house kind of stinks.
Well,
Ismark
yes.
closes his eyes, and Irina looks almost offended as you say that.
I'm really sorry. I didn't really know she was like this but now I'm stuck. Now we're kind of stuck with her.
We will escort you to the church with your dead father, and we will have a very nice ceremony.
All right, perfect. I will. Ismark. Irina's going to stay here behind the protective wards. We'll take our wagon to the cart, and the cart take my father to the church.
Why does she need to stay here?
We don't know. Strahd could attack.
Are you not at risk?
I think this is the most warded building in this entire town from vampires.
He doesn't care about me. He didn't care about my father. That's for damn sure. He's only after her.
Aren't we better off in numbers? Isn't that why you hired us?
Well, if you're confident she'll be safe here, while we take care of interring your father, then I see no problems with this plan.
Yep.
Really?
Why not?
I think she should do what she wants to do because it's her father who died.
Well, they are the ones more experienced with. They're more experienced with dealing with Strahd than we are.
Might I interject and point out that they've already claimed that this vampire has broken in successfully on 2 separate occasions, so leaving the woman by herself may be ill-advised?
He hasn't attacked any of the 3 days since our father died. So
Is that a guarantee
Whoa,
that he
3
won't?
days. There's no way he could ever come again.
well, it was almost constant until that point.
Then how do you know he's after her? What if he was after your father?
Or he could know you're going to try and bury your father, and he's waiting for that.
Oh, look, now we're thinking logically. Well done.
I mean,
I
you
can't.
wanna try another night. I mean,
I'm not going. It's. I've been safe. Well, she looks down. Mostly safe since we barricaded everything. Let's act quick. Let's get my father to the church.
Query, if I might interject once more. If your brother is under no threat, why don't we load the wagon Maybe one of us can escort him to the church, and the rest of us can remain behind to defend the house.
You really want to split the party?
Out of character? No,
Or-
not really. But, at the end of the day, it just seems like all the stuff that they're saying doesn't make a lot of sense. That's all I'm saying.
Don't
I
have
have,
if
I have a disguise kit. We can make her look like me.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yes, just
Yeah,
chop her off at
that
the
certainly
knees.
will work.
And then
Nothing
we'll
wrong
make
with
you
that.
look like her and leave you here for him. Just in
That's a
case.
better plan. I like
No,
that
no,
plan.
no, no, no. We are
Got
all going
Operation
together, and
Fate.
she will be disguised.
Yeah.
she bites her lip, I would like to see my father put to rest.
No, we're not bringing the lady that's only safe because of wards out.
Why don't we just drape her in wards?
Why don't we? Why doesn't she just make a?
Why don't we all wear wards like me?
Yeah, why don't you dress up like her and make yourself look like her? That way, it's a distraction.
She is
Does there's
literally
a height
half the
difference?
size.
Yeah, that's just not gonna happen. I'm too small.
Why don't we make the
Well,
Dragonborn look
if
like
we
the Air
set her up on,
Genasi?
what if we set her up on the cart, like on a little, fucking bale of hay or something?
Or we could make her look like Grove and then make Grove look like her.
I apologize that I opened up this line of thought. Let's just do whatever they want.
All right.
Of course, Strahd will be turned off after that because everyone will think he's a
Mark.
furry.
Mark just looks at Quilly. Could you perhaps help carry my father's meat to the wagon while everybody else gets it ready for movement?
Certainly.
All right, you guys load up the wagon without any more arguments. Irina decides it's better to stay behind. You guys go to the church.
I'm not, particularly gentle and or reverent of the body, by the way.
Ismark gets the feeling that's what it's going to be like anytime he's with you.
Sack of potatoes, human body, about the same thing.
All right, so you guys and Ismark go to the church. I'm going to switch the scenes here. Give me 1 second. Got to find the church. There it is.
Should I be concerned that there's a map of the church?
Should you be concerned that there's a map of the church?
Oh, you guys, why
Everyone
didn't we
roll
ask
initiative.
if vampires could go into churches?
I would think not unless they're invited. Same thing with houses.
Then we could have just taken her with us.
Oh. Probably not. Not if the church has already been compromised.
Never said the church was compromised.
You took. Oh god, I have to set them up every time.
I usually just copy and paste when I'm putting new tokens on maps.
Yeah.
You can copy and paste them? Oh my
Yes.
god. Why didn't you guys tell me that?
Well, I figured you'd see the copy function when you're right-clicking on tokens and be able to figure that out.
Yeah, that's what I have to do every time I place like a dozen of the same enemy type. I just paste it like 5 times.
Just bunch y'all up in a big group and copy-paste.
Also, if you have our default tokens set up, you can just like drag us from the journal.
But then you have to redo the settings.
Copy and paste you onto all the maps when I get some free time. didn't expect you guys to get this far tonight, so
Sometimes I have good ideas. Maybe not often.
all right. You guys approach the church, and it sits atop a small rise, and it lies right up against the pillars of stone that support the castle up in the distance.
Did you set vision, CT?
You guys should be at the bottom of the screen.
I don't have anything on my screen.
It should be
Ain't got
bottom.
nothing.
You all got your dynamic lighting on. What the hell is this?
Check dynamic lighting for the tab.
Oh, maybe it. Oh, yeah, right. That's right. I remember. Oh, God, this is so. It should be automatic. This is stupid.
I think it was supposed to be, but they did just roll out a change to the dynamic lighting.
Yeah, I got the option to convert all my pages.
All right, can you see now?
Yes.
All right. This is a large, gray, sagging edifice of stone and wood. This church has obviously weathered the assaults of evils for centuries, and on end is worn and weary. Sorry weathered the assaults of evil for centuries on end is worn and weary. A bell tower rests toward the back, and a flickering light shines through the holes in the shingled roof. The rafters strain feebly against their load. Ismark, well, you guys get off the cart. It is marked. I'll stay here with my father. You guys go talk to Donovich. Let him know I'm out here.
Well,
We could just bring the corpse inside.
Well, you should get permission from Donovich first before we drop a body in and take it to the. Then we'll take it to the back.
Okay.
Wasn't your father an important guy? Why is it only us here?
You guys
Nope.
do. There was a bunch of attacks on our mansion. Most people tend to not travel very far from home.
so you knock on the door.
The door swings open as you knock. The doors open to open to reveal a 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hall leading to a brightly lit chapel. The hall is completely unlit, and you faintly smell some mildew. There's a door on either two doors on either side of the hall, which lead to adjacent chambers. You can see that the chapel is strewn with debris, and from the other end of the chapel, you hear a soft voice praying. As you walk inside, an inhuman scream rises up from below the floor.
Yeah.
Strange decor.
That's not normal.
Draw my sword.
Yeah, I unsling my heavy crossbow.
Have you opened the door?
Yes, he did. He just was,
I would just like to yell into the church, Donovich, we're here with a body.
He slowly stands up, his voice hoarse and weak, and he turns to look at you. There's a strange look in his eyes.
He is unwell.
I can't see from this distance. What do you guys think?
Get ready to
"Are you
fight.
all right, sir?"
Oh yeah, right. We did rest.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? I just just heard the screams underneath the floor. I ain't moving.
What? Why are you here?
Oh, we're just escorting Ismark to lay his father's body to rest.
Final
Is-
rites
is-
for a recent corpse.
Here to bury Ismark? Nothing else?
Ismark.
His father.
He's the
yeah.
dude who's alive.
I think they're both named
No.
Ismark.
No, we're also here because of that. And I'm just gonna look at him and try
Oh, Kolyan. You're here to bury Kolyan. Oh, thank goodness. Nothing happened to Ismark.
Oh yeah, he's fine. He's waiting outside with his father's body. He just said we should let you know that he's out there.
Why does this church look like it's had a rampage run through it? Is this what all human churches look like?
It's rather unusual.
He laughs nervously.
I
No,
wasn't making a joke.
this is quite unusual, but it's quite an unusual time. As you look around the chapel, you can see that it's very much in shambles. Overturned and broken pews littering the dusty floor. Every corner of the room has dusty candelabras and candlesticks that are alight in a fervent attempt to rid the chapel of shadows.
From curiosity,
The altar is covered in claw marks, and when you take a closer look, Donovich's raiments are quite dirty and soiled.
out of curiosity, what was that scream earlier?
Scream? He gets cut off. You hear a young man's voice scream out, "Father, I'm starving!" That
This is awkward.
he said that Kolyan, you have Kolyan's bodies here. He says quickly, "We have to bury him. Come with me. We're going to go out to the graveyard."
There's some family issues in this place.
Something's up here. I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna be on guard.
Yeah, my sword's out ready.
There's no need for that.
Yeah.
It's perfectly safe up here.
I don't know.
Up here. Okay, hold on. Up here, right? What's downstairs?
Nothing's downstairs.
What's downstairs?
A starving boy by the sounds of it.
He's not. You don't need to worry about him.
Explain.
Make an intimidation roll, since I'm assuming that's what you're trying to do.
I am a big dragon guy.
Okay, make the intimidation roll.
Oh wait.
It uses the same stat anyways. He stutters and he looks away, and
I have bonus and I also
that's my son. That's Doru.
What's wrong with him?
He went with the last group of villagers that got sick of Strahd. He's ever since he came back, he's not been well.
Been well, how?
Feeding him.
He doesn't hunger for food.
I think I understand. He's been turned, hasn't he?
He has the. I won't let you do anything to him. I'm going to cure him.
That's your business. It's
Naive hope is hope. Let's not take it away.
I don't know. I think the only cure
it's
is
no threat to
death.
us. No, this is no threat to us.
Another
Or
scream rips
this-
through the church.
No threat to us, eh?
Is
It's
it the
no
same?
threat to us or Ismark, so let's just leave him with his task.
You do
But-
enjoy averting your eyes to potential threats, don't you?
Threats
You
to
said
who?
you had Kolyan with you. Should we take care of that? He says.
Yeah.
Right, we'll take care of that for now. I'll put my sword away. Let's go.
Leads you around back. I'm going. The Undertaker. Well, he's left a long time ago. I'm going to need all of your help to make a grave for Kolyan.
Seriously?
I
You
hope
look
you
like you have strong arms, small one.
look like you'd be good with a shovel. Yes.
I am a cripple. Don't forget that.
Unfortunately, I brought my own shovel.
I'll take one. Let's get this over with.
All right, you guys dig the grave, and as the time passes, and you're digging the grave and getting everything prepared as per the ceremonial instructions that Donovich instructs you on, you can still faintly hear every now and then a scream echoing from the church.
Okay, I want to ask him how he plans to cure him.
That's why I'm praying. The gods will tell me what to do.
You're being done with this. With the grave.
All right, you're all going to be outside now then, with the
Or why don't we ask, is it Donovan, right?
Donovich is the priest.
Okay. Who's the guy that brought us here? I can't remember.
Ismark?
Bismarck. Let's ask Bismarck what he thinks about this.
Well, there's been a reason why nobody's attended church services lately. It's, well, other than the fact that a lot of the people who attended church services went with, well, you know.
We don't. We just
I
got
don't know
here.
about you guys, but I'm not following this story.
It's curious the fables that organics weave.
As the Ismark grows silence as Donovich indicates he's ready to begin, as he begins chanting prayers to the Morning Lord, the one who will bring the dawn to this misbegotten realm. As he does that, and you guys assist in lowering the body into the grave and begin to bury the father. Once that's done, you guys, Donovich, Ismark goes off to the side for a minute by himself, and Donovich looks at all of you. So you're helping Ismark with his errand, huh?
Yep.
He's been trying for quite a while, weeks, to get anybody to help him escort his sister out of town. I know he's been suggesting the fortified town of Valaki, but there is a church, an abbey, that is a bastion for good in this land. It's known as Kresk, the Abbey of Saint Markovia in Kresk.
Well, if it looks anything like your Abby, I think I'll pass.
Well, it hasn't quite seen the thing that my abbey has, but he shrugs. The choice is yours, but the Abbey of St. Markovia would be a holy ground at least.
Where is it?
Wouldn't-
Do you have a map?
Strahd, you just mentioned that the choice would be Ismark and Irene.
Correct. Yes, not ours. We're simply hired to perform an escort.
Yeah, we weren't staying in this town anyway.
So I'm just gonna pull up the map real quick. You guys can zoom out and show you where the towns are, because there's a. I'm assuming. Well, actually, no. We'll wait. He doesn't have a map. You guys want to do anything else at the church? Want to investigate further, or
I don't know. I wanna be like, God maybe sent us here to take care of this for you.
I agree.
Well, what are we going to do?
The best.
Destroy this man's. It may be this man's hope may even end up being futile, but it's what he has.
you can't kill him. I'm going to save him.
Well, praying to your gods doesn't seem to be helping.
Is he a threat?
He's locked away.
Is he a
What's your
threat?
son's name?
He's not a threat. He's locked away.
Did he damage your church?
He doesn't say anything.
What's his
He
name?
hurt anyone?
Can I make an insight roll? Not that I need to, but for game's sake.
Sure. Yeah. The church is only recently in a bad state. You could have told that from the debris, and he doesn't really look like he wants to answer that question because he knows what it will sound like.
So your son somehow destroyed your church and you managed to lock him in the basement. Now your only recourse is to pray to some god that may or may not exist to cure him of his ailment while he remains a threat to the people of this town, correct?
I'm not going to let you do anything to him. You don't even you won't even know where to find how to get to him. So he's just going to shrug. I suggest you just leave.
Can I try to persuade him?
Well, if they want to stick
Of
their
what?
hands,
Yeah.
wasp nest, that's their deal.
I'll just sigh and tell him to fucking make sure the chains are tight and fucking let's go.
Ward the door.
You guys can leave.
Yeah.
I don't feel like killing a priest.
We're going to guard Irina, not this town.
All right, you guys. Ismark thanks you as you guys are going back. I really appreciate it. My father deserved better than just to sit in our lobby.
You should probably hurry back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are going back right now as he's saying that. I
One good
should
turn
probably
deserves another.
I should probably switch to the right page. Brr. You get back to the mansion, and Irene asks, "Is it done?"
It is.
She looks relieved as you tell her that. Good. She looks around the entryway of the mansion there, and then suppose it's my time. It's our turn to go then, huh?
Yes. Although the priest Donovich did mention that the Abbey of Saint Markovich or Markovian or whatever.
Markovia.
Yeah, might be the more secure destination.
Ismark gets a look on his face. Valaki is the only town that's managed to hold out against Strahd for the most part. Sure, a few of his Vistani get in, but they're they've always been special to Strahd. For the most part, none of his other minions seem to go there.
Yeah. It's up to you. I was just relaying information.
I wouldn't want to trust what that crazy priest said back there.
And who locked his son in the basement?
I mean, name a single person that you've trusted since we got here.
No one.
It's Mark.
But at least Ismark doesn't have his brother chained up in his basement, okay?
That you know of.
Okay, let me ask. Do you have your brother chained up in the
Well,
basement
I
because
don't
he's a
think he
vampire?
has a brother.
Okay, we never asked.
I don't have a brother, and if I did have him chained up in the basement, if he did exist, why would I tell you?
Why would you even exercise the hypothetical scenario if it's completely invalid?
I feel like she was gonna do that anyways.
Let her be paranoid on her own. She doesn't need your help.
He tilts his head, acknowledging that. Fair enough. Alright, he pulls out a map. I'm gonna pull you guys over to the map. Can you guys see the map? The whole thing?
It's rendering.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yes.
Alright. So if we're here, it's gonna be on the right hand side of the map near the bottom. At the village of Barovia, conveniently marked by the crazy person's token. The where we're trying to get. Let me find it myself.
That place looks pretty fortified.
We're heading towards the town of Valaki. He motions it's right beside the big lake in the middle. That's our goal. I'm thinking it if you want to.
Where? I missed it.
Just south of the big lake in the middle. You have to zoom your map out really far.
What's here?
Okay.
Stopping in towns. What are we doing?
Well, we're not going to be able to make a straight shot. It's more than a few days away. It's going to be a bit of a journey, but I think we're going to. And the only road there passes right by Castle Ravenloft. That's probably going to be the most perilous part of our trip.
What's Castle Ravenloft?
Castle Ravenloft is just north west of your town, of the town you guys that your tokens at.
Where's that church thing that was? What was it called again?
Valaki's the town.
Yeah.
It's right south of Lake Zerovich.
Okay. No, the place that priest was mentioning, the sacred ground or whatever.
Let me try to find it. Kresk. It's past Valaki, all the way at the other end of the map. Pretty much opposite side of the map from where you guys are
Okay.
now.
Is that it over here?
Yeah, it's where you're pinging. Yep, S, or you guys can see the S. Yes, it's at Kresk.
Well, it looks like we'll want to head to Milwaukee anyway, regardless of. So we can check out the situation once we get there.
Alright.
So there's towns along the way, but not the whole way, right?
It's mostly open road. There's a few side stops, but there's not really very many towns. Valaki, Kresk, and Barovia, well, the village of Barovia, are the only real towns. There's a few one-offs here and there, but
Farmsteads and hamlets.
Well,
yeah.
thinking if we're gonna be camping or not.
You will most likely be staying outside for a few nights. All right. You guys ready to leave? As Mark looks at all of you.
Yeah, there's not really much left to do here.
All right. I'm going to leave you guys on this map then for tonight. It will pick up when you guys go on the road next time.
Sounds good.
Thank you all for showing up tonight. I'm glad you survived Death House.
Yeah, we all are.
Super easy, barely an inconvenience.
I too
But-
like that internet
For real,
show.
What are you supposed to do with the fucking poison and whatnot?
Well, it turns out I misread it. You only suffer the poison if you stop in a room with the poison. But the level one's pretty much all fireplaces and ovens, so you guys would have for sure had to stop in a room there.
Yeah, but so what's Castle Ravenloft? Like, what is it?
It's
Is
That's
that
Strahd-
where
Castle.
Strahd lives?
Yeah,
Where Strahd lives.
ominous castle on the title screen.
Think of Dracula's castle in Transylvania. It's pretty much that.
We
That's
should go
this-
there and give him what for.
This whole thing is just Transylvania, the game.
Yeah, you guys did pretty good at Death House there.
Well, thanks for the game, guys. I'll talk to you later.
See you
Night,
next week.
Is there any way to deal with those guillotines besides just jumping through?
You either-
inspect them.
Well, now that we're past that, I'll talk about it. So
That's-
technically, there's me giving you the advantage was just me like making shit up on the spot. You either make a DC 15 intelligence check, and if you pass the intelligence check, you make it through, or you get hurt. And the same thing with the dexterity check. I was also not being a jerk with the when you make the checks to look at it. It pretty much feels like going through the walls is the better way, especially when you have a bigger group like this, 5 people. Because Swarm of Rats, 24 health. Sure, they pretty much have 48 health when you're doing melee damage, but still better than the
When we're
DC
all hitting
15.
them for like 12 damage.
But it's a lot better than a DC 15 dexterity check when a certain midget has +0 to dexterity.
Mistakes were made.
Yes.
Yes, they were.
It makes you very characterful. Like that you're playing a cripple that actually has no dexterity rather
A
than
cripple who
you're a
abandoned her child to go be a Karen to the rest of the world.
Look, like I said, she's making the world a better place for her child by not being anywhere near it.
Yes. Wow.
wow.
My child didn't want to know that I was his mother, you know? It, they, Z, whatever the fuck it goes by.
Don't assume it's pronoun.
Yeah. I went with a fucking circle with a cross through it because I can't freehand a skull very well with my mouse.
I was a little bit unprepared for the actual village part. I'm sure you could tell because I wasn't expecting you guys to make it all the way to jump out the side of the death house.
It was a good plan.
It was a good plan. I didn't think of it.
And the only casualty was the midget.
Man, it was a flawless plan. So we just travel along the road until his little text box says, "What a horrible night to have a curse."
Guess I gotta find the random encounter table. Yay!
I'm gonna hop off.
Trinkets and baubles paid for in blood.